This is Scratch Video 4, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a simple maze game. So you will learn how to draw a background and how to use loops and conditions. So as usual, make sure you're signed into Scratch, go up to Create, and give your project a name. So I'm going to call this Maze Game. And the purpose of this game is to get a sprite to navigate through a maze without touching the walls. And if it touches the walls, it gets sent back to the start. So we're not going to use the cat for this, so click here to get rid of the cat. We want the background of the stage to be a maze. So I'm going to go down here and I want to paint a background. Now the easiest way to do a maze is just with rectangles, so I'm going to click on rectangle, I'm going to go for red. And I don't want an outline for this rectangle, so I'm going to click this. Okay. Okay, I know it's not a very good maze, but you can draw something much more complicated and better. So once you've finished drawing, we want to go back to code. We can see our maze over here. The white parts are the walls and the red part is the bit that the sprite can walk on. So I want to add a sprite. Let's go for choose a sprite. I'll go for animals this time. You can choose whatever animal you want. I'm going to go for a hedgehog. So my hedgehog's a bit big. I need it to fit in the red parts, so to make it smaller we just change this number. So let's try 50. It's still too big. Let's try 35. Perfect, it should now fit through everything. Okay, when the game starts I want the hedgehog to start down here in the bottom corner. Now you can see that that X coordinate is minus 213 and its Y coordinate is minus 163 when it's down here. So I want a events when green flag clicked and motion go to X minus 213, Y minus 163. So that matches. So no matter where the hedgehog is, when I hit green flag to start my game, it starts down here. So next I want movement controls to allow me to move the hedgehog around the maze. Just like in video 1, I'm going to go to events, bring over 4 of the when space key pressed. Change it to the arrow keys, so I have up, I have down, I have right and left. For up, I go to motion, up and down is the Y axis, so I'm going to do change Y by 10 and change Y by minus 10 for down. And left and right is the X axis, so I'm going to change X by 10 for right and X by minus 10 for left. Just check that works, up, right, down, left, good. So now I want my hedgehog to get sent back to here if it touches the white walls. So I'm going to go to control, bring over a forever and an if, and if it touches the colour white I want it to jump back to the start. So I go to sensing, touching colour, click on the colour green. If you click here you can then select the colour that you want, so I'm going to click on white. And now if it's touching the colour white something will happen. I want it to go back to this point, so again I go to minus 213 minus 163. We'll check if that works, so I can go up and as soon as I touch the white wall I get sent back to the start. It'd also be nice if the hedgehog said something, so I'm going to go to looks and say oh no for 1 second. It's not 14 seconds, 1 second, and maybe play a sound as well. So I'll bring over start sound pop. Not sure I want pop, so I'll go up to sounds and go down here to choose a sound. Voice, what have we got? Oh, scream, let's try scream. Okay, yeah, that's good. So if I go back into code and change it to scream, when I press green flag, if I touch the white wall, there's a belated scream. The reason the scream is delayed, I've said oh no for 1 second and then I'm playing the sound, so I think if I move that above, say oh no, it should fix that green flag again. Yeah, that's fixed. Okay, lastly, I probably want a finish line for the hedgehog to get to, so I'm just going to draw, I'll draw a yellow, draw a yellow blob. You can make something much better than this. Go back to code, make sure I'm on my hedgehog. If you panic because your code's disappeared, it's not. This is the code for the sprite you've just drawn. Hedgehog. Actually, I'm going to change that to finish, because we should always give things sensible names. And I'm going to move it up to here. So click on the hedgehog, and I want when the hedgehog touches yellow to say you win or something. So it's very similar to this. I'm going to go to when green flag clicked, forever, and put an if inside my forever. I want touch and colour again, so that was in sensing. This time for the colour, remember to click this button, I want yellow, so it's now yellow, and I want it to say you win. And then I want the game to stop, so that's in control, and stop all. So now if I run my program, my hedgehog goes back to the start when I hit the wall, and when I get to yellow, it says you win, and then the game stops. So that's it for this video. If you want to change your maze background after you've drawn it, click on stage over here, and click on backdrops here. That brings you back to the drawing controls where you can edit it if you want to make it a bit more difficult. Then to get back to your code, you just click code up here, and there's your code when you click on hedgehog.